Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Star Stitches. Hope you're all doing okay and have had a good week and weekend. I am recording this late. It is Tuesday today. So apologies for no video at the weekend. As probably if you watched the last video, I was down at my nan's funeral on Friday, so it was a very long day. And I just kind of needed to chill and decompress this weekend. I had nothing on, so I managed to sleep, do crochet, potter a little bit, order a food shop, and just not be anywhere, not have to particularly get dressed or whatever. I think I spent most of Saturday in my pyjamas, yeah, I only got changed out of them I think when I went in the shower at about 4:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, thank you everyone for your messages. It really is appreciated. Everyone that has commented about last Friday. I did read them all and I do reply. Might be a little bit late, but I do reply to each of them. Yeah, obviously nobody looks forward to these things. It went obviously as well as can be expected given what it was. About 80 people there, I think. Most of that is family because we're quite a big family. And then the wake after, so it was a lovely service and send off for what it was, but yeah, it was obviously a tough day. So yeah, I just needed to be able to switch off from a lot of things this weekend, and just have a weekend of nothing. So I might actually talk about something quickly for that, so then we can move on, and I'll talk about other things. But I think I mentioned to you that my auntie had, I think, a box of bits that I'd sent my nan over the years. There's actually a couple of bits downstairs that I've forgotten to bring up that aren't crochet related, but I think I'll show you those next time. But basically I had, that I haven't got here, is a quilt that I made my nan quite a few years ago, because that was when I was sewing before I crocheted. So I taught myself to crochet in 2018, so probably about 7 or 8 years ago. I did, like, if you know sewing, a jelly roll quilt, which is like strips of fabric that you then stitch together. So she used to use that on her wheelchair when she went out and about. Like they took her out for the Christmas lights one year, and she had that on her legs to keep her warm. So I've got that back. I've also got stained glass turtle that I sent down this year for her birthday in April. So that was to hang on her window in the care home, because obviously she can't have loads of bits. So I've got that back. And then I also have these crochet related items, which I may have shown you at the time when I did a video. Oh, sorry, I just dropped one on the floor. So I made, I think this was last Christmas, I made my nan 2 pairs of socks. So funny enough, I've run through these through the wash, and they've sort of bobbled, and they weren't like that before I washed them. So I'm not sure if Nana actually ever got to wear them, because obviously I gifted them to her for Christmas and she hasn't really been through a winter since. Or whether, knowing her, she didn't want to wear them and ruin them, because I'm a bit like that. So yeah, 2 pairs of crochet socks. So nice purpley pair there. And then these are actually a glittery sort of pastel-y yellow. I'm not sure the glitter will show up at this time of night. Socks. There was also, I made her this Toft flower monster with some leftover rainbow fish yarn from Siobhan's Crafts. It's a mini flower monster, you can see there. So that came back, and I remember sending this down to her. I think this was her birthday last year, and she said to me that everyone in the care home wanted one and could I make loads. She's like, I'll pay you pay you to make them. But yeah, that's the flower monster I sent down. And then this was, I think, funnily enough, my first ever shawl that I'd crocheted, and I sent it down to Nan, and it's out of a Shapies fine art whirl. So this is folded in half. I can't quite fit it all on the screen to show you, but this was a shawl I made her that she used to keep on the back of her chair. So when she was reading, or in the afternoon it got a bit chilly, she would put it on over her. So I got that back as well. So it's hard getting it all back, I have to say, but it's nice to get it back, because then I've got stuff that she had and she enjoyed that I made her. My auntie just didn't want anything to sort of disappear or get thrown away that I'd made, which was nice that she rescued it and saved it. But yeah, it's hard seeing all of these plus extras that you sent down over the years that you've made with love, and unfortunately they've now come back. But yeah, so yeah, I thought I'd show you those first, so we can then move on to something a bit more, I won't say a bit happier, because that sounds horrible, I don't mean it that way, but you know what I mean. Right, let me put those to one side, keep those safe. Okay, so I've had deliveries. I realised I think there was one I didn't show you last week, so I'll show you that first. And I've had a couple of other bits arrive, hence the rustling down here. So I did actually get this, I think, week before last, but with everything going on, I forgot. This is the Toft Conservationists instalment. Is that the right word for this month, for October? So I'll show you the yarn colours first. I have to get used to this light again, because I'm going to be doing lives in here for Advent, and I feel like it's not very bright for you all. I'm recording on my phone because it's better quality on my phone than it is on my iPad. So firstly, we've got a 100-gram ball of Toft Cocoa. There we go. I mean, that probably just looks like black to you. Then we have 25 grams of cream. Oh, I did that. Can you see the label? 25 grams of cream. 25 grams of fudge. Does that actually focus on that rather than me? No, it really doesn't. And 25 grams of peony. So the pastel pink. That is what we've got. So what's that? 175 grams. Maths at this time in the afternoon. And we have our little leaflet there, and it has the date on the back. So we are making the Wild European Hamster. Erin, the Wild European Hamster. I will put a picture up, which hopefully will go up here. It is a very cute looking one, actually. I really like this one. Not that I've disliked the others, but it looks like a really quick, cute make, which is probably good for me at the moment, as opposed to anything that's too involved. I've only actually made the quagga so far out of this. I really need to sit and make. I need to sort myself out a list. I keep saying I'm going to do all these things over Christmas when I'm off. I've got like 14 days off at Christmas, but I don't know how many things I think I'm going to fit in that time. And then this is our map. I'm going to hide me and show you. So you get the little flags here on the map that show you whereabouts Erin, the European hamster, wild European hamster, is. Apparently it's critically endangered. Estimated decline of 50% per year. Reason for decline: habitat destruction, light pollution, lack of crop diversity, and persecution. Do you think that's persecution by other animals? I can't imagine it's persecution by humans. There you go. Prediction. So in 2019 it was marked as endangered, and it says with a prediction of extinction in the next 30 years if nothing changes. So by 2049 they'll be gone. It's bad, isn't it? We're rubbish sometimes as humans, aren't we? We basically have taken over this planet, and we've like sod everybody else and all the animals sometimes. I know we're not, do you know what I mean? We're not all like that, but it just feels like, I feel like as well in lockdown, a lot of the animals and everything started to recover when us humans weren't intervening and getting in the way. Not that I'm saying to eradicate humans, but we need to live harmoniously and not trash the environment. There we go. Sorry, went off on one there, as I'd always do. So that was Conservationists that arrived that I forgot to show you. So that is that one. Okay, next arrival. Sorry, ASMR time now, but it's not because I hate that. Let me try and get this out. There. Sorry, hate the rustling. So I placed an order, I think I told you last week, Woolly Mamas. Did a shop update. So I did place an order, and I think I told you the names of what I ordered, but this is the colourways. So Spooktacular in DK. So that is very Halloweeny. I appreciate it is now November, mid-November almost already. So yeah, that is Spooktacular. Really like that one. And then I also ordered, I thought it was just called Mulberry, but it's actually Sweet Mulberry in DK, which is a really lovely colourway. It's popping out a bit there. Let me tuck that back in so we don't ruin the skein. Here's a popular choice for you in decision. I call it a skein. A lot of people call it a skein. And to me, you say vein when you talk about in your arm, not vein. So that's why I say skein. But maybe I should run a poll, but how to do it. Is it A, skein, or B, skein? I'm going with B, skein. There you go. There's Michelle's poll of the day. A, skein, or B, skein. And if you say the words long enough, they lose all meaning. Sorry. You can tell I'm really not with it, sorry. Those are my two colourways from Woolly Mamas that arrived. And talking of Woolly Mamas, I had those and they were on their way and they hadn't quite arrived. And then I got another dispatch notification from Woolly Mamas and I got very confused because I was like, they're already on their way. No, Advent is here. Let me take a little slurp of my tea. So yes, my Woolly Mamas. So I've got this year in terms of Advent, just Woolly Mamas and the Toft Advent. I've not gone mad this year because I've still got, like, you can't see, but behind me I've caked up all my discreet unicorn Advent ready and I haven't used it. So, go pick up the box. So it arrived in a lovely cardboard packaging box and I couldn't get it out of the packaging box. So I'd opened it from the top. So what did Michelle do? I start to shake the box upside down. Don't do that. So then this is magnetic, but literally the top opened and all the bags went everywhere. So I had to try and, because I love the presentation when you open these from Woolly Mamas. There's always a lot of care from Cassie. She doesn't obviously just throw everything in the box. And I ruined that before I even got a chance to see it. But I've managed to put it back, I believe. So yeah, it's got a nice label on the front and a midnighty blue box. I do love these magnetic boxes and I reuse because my Woolly Mamas one is down there with a load of, I think, pom-poms in. I've got some leaflets escaping here. So we open the box and I'm going to hold this so we don't lose it. So we are presented as such. So we always get this every year. So this is a keep me handy card. It tells you the consistency of the sock on one side and the DK on the other, which is a really good idea for Cassie because it means she can just throw one of these in and it covers both scenarios. So I have got DK, obviously. Then we get a little leaflet that just says, welcome to your advent calendar. Hope you enjoy it. Post pictures, hashtag? That's because I've seen Cassie's name. Hashtag. And Cassie. She's actually using a hashtag Woolly Mama Yarns Advent this year. Maybe that's been every year and I've just ignored that. So there's our little leaflet. It's just that. But it's very nicely designed. We have in here, so we do have, I'm not going to obviously open it all. There is no spoilers here. We do have a number 25, which is a 100-gram skein for Christmas Day. And then, as we always have, we have this little packet that says, I contain treats. Your extra calendar treats can be opened on day one, spread throughout December, or if you can resist, saved until the 25th. Now, I know when Emily from Memily Makes got this one as well, I think she opened in between. So she was very careful, bless her, on her videos not to show them because Emily and I chat and we're friends via, funnily enough, via YouTube. So go and check out Emily's channel, Memily Makes. I will link her. She did Vlogtober. I didn't in the end. It went out the window, and then, to be fair, with everything that went on, it's probably a good thing. But so she opened in between and didn't tell me what they were, because I saved mine till the end. And I will probably do that again. Save them until Christmas Day. But there is a little packet. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's normally about 5 or 6 in there. Quite a hefty one there. We're not going to try and work it out, but they're always good. I am never disappointed with any of them. And then there are my lovely bags. My 24 lovely individual numbered bags that I had to put back in place. Also, the colour order matches. I like that a lot. It matches completely. I did therefore, however, though, check I've got all the right numbers. So by half throwing them out of the box, I was able to do that. So yeah, I've got all of the right numbers. So that is my this year's Advent here. Toft have already shipped international for theirs, and I think a lot of people are already receiving theirs international. The UK ones go out on Friday, or start to go out, so should arrive next week. I am avoiding, there is a spoilers post on the Facebook group, but they're very good. It's normally like not locked away, but you have to scroll through all the posts. So I'm avoiding anything in there. I don't want to see the exterior of what is packaged. Obviously, like, comes in a packaging box, do you know what I mean? But like what the actual Toft packaging of the Advent is, etc., until it gets here. So I am avoiding all spoilers. Please don't direct me to any, and please don't tell me any, because I am looking forward to opening that and seeing at least even what it looks like from the outside before seeing anything online. I don't get really presents at Christmas because we earn our own money and you buy your own things throughout the year, so I don't really have anything to open, so it's nice for me to get surprises like that. So that was that arrived nice and early. So we are ready. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this. I mean, I can't believe it's the 12th of November today. This year, I think I'm kind of done with this year though, to be fair. It was not the turning 40th year I anticipated. Don't get me wrong, there's been good things, but it's kind of sours the end of the year, doesn't it? Sorry, I promise I will cheer up and will be better. I've been better this week. I found last week harder. Right. Hide and Hammer had a naughty corner sale, as I mentioned to you last time. Everything went incredibly quickly. I had spotted something in News video on her Instagram that I wanted and was determined to get, and I managed to get it. I think you guys have probably know what I've ordered, and there have been guesses. Obviously, you know what I'm like, so I'm going to show you what arrived. There is a story, which I will tell you afterwards, because otherwise it will spoil it, but okay. So this is what arrived. So for those of you guessing another ice dye bag, you were incredibly correct. So I went for this saffron one, which I'm going to undo and show you as well, so you can see it in its full colour glory. So I never know which is the front and back, do I? I say this every time. So this Naughty Box corner, there is nothing wrong with this. This bag is just, I think this was the demonstration or photo one for the photos, and New found it in a cupboard. The same with some of the other ice dye bags, so there was nothing wrong with them. They were just end of line, end of particular canvas that they used, etc. So they sold them off. So the light isn't great, apologies. That is the front, I assume, or the inside when you roll it. And then this is the back. So this is Snapdragon, this is called. So we've got orange straps, and it is lovely pinky colours. I'm going to try and hold it and see. Can you see that? And it's got a mustard lining inside. You see if I can roll. I'm not good at rolling this down. I think it's because I don't want to ruin the ice dyed outside. I don't think that's possible, but so it's a mustard colour inside. Not overly a fan of mustard, but it's the inside. Not too worried. So yes, that is, and you've got pockets inside like normal. So it was the only one of Snapdragon which I wanted, so I claimed it for mine, because also I've got it here, I don't know if you recall, dig it out, I have a Snapdragon ball bag, insert comical laugh here. So I have matching, so I have a ball bag and I have a roll top bag that match. Ball bag, so that lives over here. If I can get it, I'll put that back in a minute so I don't hold you guys up. But yes, so that was what I purchased. So I am having and I can't swear on here because I mean it's made not for kids, just because in case I swear, but I had an effort moment and decided to order it. I also had another one on Friday which I'll tell you about, but these are normally 225 ice dyed roll top bags. They are obviously all handmade, hand stitched, etc., and we've had conversations about the price and it's not for everyone and what you spend your money on, etc. We won't go over it again, but these were the Naughty Corner ice dye roll tops, were 150, so saving £75. So some of you will be like, oh my god, that's £150 for a bag, still that's ridiculous, I wouldn't spend that. Fully appreciate that. You know, if you watch me long enough, you know I'm not that type of person to be like, why wouldn't you pay that? Everyone's got their own budgets, everyone's got their own lives and their own things to pay for. But yeah, so I managed to get it for 150. I feel like I need to stop buying ice dye bags now. But the story with it was, it got dispatched really quickly and I was really excited for it to come. I was like, yeah. Opened it. It had nude handles, and I messaged my friend Holly because I had enabled her and made her purchase something by telling her about the Naughty Box Corner. And I was like, oh, mine's come with nude handles. It was meant to come with orange. And we were talking about, oh, you could swap handles because she's got one and vice versa. Then I realised they had sent me a rainbow bag, not this Snapdragon one. I was like, oh, this isn't what I ordered. I've already got a sort of rainbow coloured bag that I ordered in the last ice dye release. So yes, bless them. There was a bit of a mess up. You know, I appreciate these things happen. They had a lot of ice dye a lot of Naughty Corner bags to get through. They are a small business. Things do go wrong. We all make mistakes. So I had to contact them and be like, it's the wrong bag. It was more my panic that New had said that day on Instagram, oh, I found some of the ice dye bags that I forgot to list, so I'm going to put those up later. And I was like, God, don't list my Snapdragon bag. There was only one of those. So I was desperately trying to contact, and they're part-time hours. So I did email and then message on Instagram as well, and New did see it. She's like, don't worry, we've got your Snapdragon bag. But it was one of those things, and I was fine. Charlotte sorted it out for me. She sent the next one out, 24-hour turnaround, so it came the very next day, and then arranged a prepaid label, and that got collected yesterday for the wrong one. But with everything going on, it turned up, and I said to Holly, I was like, this is literally like, you know, when it's like the one thing that sends you over the edge, and it's like the really tiniest, most insignificant thing that was fixable and got fixed. But it was literally like, why is this happening to me? Why have I got the wrong bag? They're going to sell my old one, the one I bought. It's gone to somebody else. Somebody else will decide they want to keep it because they like. It was one of those, and it's like, it's a bag. But I did have one of those moments. And I'm sure some of you will resonate and appreciate. Yeah, it was just my frame of mind that week, and I was just like, why, sod's law, has it happened to me? Where is my bag? It's the wrong one. But it was all sorted. Charlotte was lovely, New was lovely, it all got sorted. But then it was the whole, when are you around for the collection? I was like, I'm not going to be here Friday, and it's not that I'm being difficult, but I'm out for the funeral all day. So anyway, drama over. Ice dye bag is with me. Yes. So the other effort moment was on Friday. New released deco bags. I think she's calling them deco bags. She did a test couple of them for when she went to Rhinebeck, and they are like they're not as big as her massive bucket type bags, but they are sort of circular, sort of, and a bucket style with a drawstring, with a long handle and a short handle. This initial run is coming with both handles. She's not sure if she's going to continue that or whether she will give options. So they were in indigo, which is the navy blue, black, honey and mulberry. There were some ready to ship, and then she did a few pre or made to order spaces because she's limited now because of Christmas coming. So I did go on and purchase a mulberry ready to ship one. They went on sale, I think at 9 o'clock it was Friday morning, and we didn't leave here till 11. So I was up sorting out Jasper and getting, you know, bits ready and that. And I was like, oh, sod it, I'm just going to go on and order it. So I did. So I've got another hide and hammer bag coming. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 project bags plus a ball bag plus now a 9th bag on its way. Oh well, such is life. It's ordered. I was just like, I'm going to use it. When I go to Q and stuff, I always end up like the bag lady because we get our project at Q from Toft, so I'll dump it all in the bag. But yeah, I keep saying one can never have enough project bags, I'm sure. But the trouble is, because I don't generally tend to do whips, I don't have things in different project bags. I guess that's the aim. When I watch Tash from Toft on Instagram, she does this, and she does videos. She's done one recently where she's showing you all the different projects she's got in all her different project bags because she's got loads of whips. Doesn't really work for me. Never mind. Anyway, right, let me have another sip of tea before it goes cold, otherwise hubby will tell me off for not drinking it. And that's it for deliveries. Sorry, that is it. I will mention before I show you current progress, Toft have updated their website for Christmas. So they've released all the Nutcracker, the Mouse King and the ballerina patterns that were last year's advent. Excuse me. The tutu that we had for the ballerina was tulle fabric that we had to all like weave. The pattern now is not tulle. They've crocheted a skirt on, which I'd love to actually have because I feel like that might be easier. I loved the effect of the tulle. It was very fiddly, and I'm very, as we call it, anal Annie. I'm OCD about how things look, and to try and fold and pleat the tulle, like, I was like, I think I put it in between pegs and I tried to iron it or flatten it so that it would all look even. Yeah, so this is a way to make it sort of look like a tutu but crochet it on. So check that out. Also, if you missed the book tour, you can get a Jane the Pangolin patch if you order a Jane the Pangolin kit. I thought it was any order to start with, but it's not. It's if you order one of the kits. Also, Extravaganza should be coming, we reckon, within the first 10 days of December. So like last year when they did that, they did the elf patches. So we will expect something to come up. That's normally when they do a bit of money off and free patches, etc. So we will wait and see what happens there. I'm just looking at the mess behind me. You can't see that, luckily. You can just see this mess. There's mess on the floor. So current project is the Sirdar Gingerbread Crochet Along. I got behind, caught up a bit, then got behind again. The new pattern piece is out tomorrow, and I've only got a couple of little bits I think left to do, which is decorate the gingerbread house, I believe. So I will show you what I've done and where I'm up to. That's week 4 we've just done, so this one coming out tomorrow will be week 5. This last one, I mean, I've been enjoying the pattern anyway, because I think I've said to you a lot of people have been not dissing the pattern, but I don't know. Anyway, but this week you'll see why when I show you. But let me show you. Oh, and get up here what I've done so far. I'm going to turn it in reverse order. So I think I showed you my main square, and then I was on the Christmas jumper panel pieces. So I now have 2 of each of these. So there's one, there's 2 in this colourway. I'm going to fold them up as I go, so keep them nice and neat. And I've sewn in all my ends now. I've been good. That was horrible. It took me forever. Then there's my next one in my other colour. And then again, another one the same. So those are the 4 pieces called Christmas jumper pieces. Then I can't remember. I think I'd done 1 or 2 of these. So I've got 2 of these, 2 of those, as you can see. 2 there and 2 there of the peppermint swirls in different colourways. I think a lot of people didn't read the instructions properly, in that this one, it was pink and peach, not pink and cream. So I did, oh, I've got those the wrong way around. I was showing you the backs. See, that didn't look very neat because I was showing you the backs. There we are, there's the fronts. So there is my swirls, each of those. And then I did the gingerbread house, which I showed you before. Let me move that. I'm running out of space. But this is what I finished last night. Oh, there we go, with my Christmas lights on. So I'd done this centre section up to the red, and then I've had to add the white and do all the Christmas lights. So 2 things to tell you. When I showed you this panel in the middle before, I'd missed 1 whole extra. So I'd gone round and done a row, and then I'd missed one side, which I realised when I tried to join this white. So I had to just rejoin some red. I fudged it and did down one side because I was missing like the last row. Then if you look at the back, so we carry the cream all the way around, but each of these lights had a bobbin. So you had to sit and wind 20 bobbins, each with 5 meters of the relevant colour. And you had them all attached at the same time. Yeah, so 20 bobbins attached all the way around all of this piece. So I had to use pegs in the end. So I was winding it back up and attaching with a peg the bobbin to each thing, because otherwise they were just getting all mixed up. And I'd spent about 3 hours one night doing all of the rows, or not all of the rows, but about 4 of the rows, then realised I'd been doing it wrong, because the cream is half trebles, and then when you get to the lights, they are in actual treble, front post, back post trebles. I was doing front post and back post half trebles. I realised when I got about this far up into the rows, so I had to frog it back and redo it, because I was wondering why, because you're turning, so you work right side and then wrong side. When you come to do the back post trebles, wasn't working. So that, plus obviously the pattern tells you by letter codes what colour to switch to, but I used the chart that was in the pattern. Now the chart is this colourway, so this is Gentle Jade, Emerald, Tomato, Pink and Bright Lemon, in that order. But the pattern, actually, the yellow was here. But I wasn't following that. I was following the chart in the pattern and just swapping when I knew I was told to swap. So my yellow is in a different place to the finalised pattern. But oh well, I'm not worried. And to be fair, I quite like the yellow on the end. But that was spotted this week when people were working it, and people going, oh, your yellow's in the wrong place. And people were like, well, I followed the chart. And then they realised the chart and the actual written pattern was slightly different. But that just means we've got 2 alternative versions. So yeah, that is that piece. And I have put it on the floor and laid it out, and all my pieces seem to fit together. So it's not like I'm too small in terms of tension on one versus another. A lot of people are going ahead and looking on the Facebook group and joining all of this already when we haven't been told to. They're kind of guessing, I suppose. I like to crack through things as quick as possible, because obviously then I don't move on to the next project. But I'm not going to jump ahead because the stitch count is different between the side pieces and this main piece. So I'm going to wait for the pattern. It's up to people if they want to jump ahead, but I kind of feel like with this sort of crochet along, when they release the pattern pieces, you're just kind of making it up as you go along. So why would you? I'm personally waiting. I don't necessarily criticise anyone that's not, but I'm going to trust the process, trust Lindsay, the designer, and wait for instructions. I very much like instructions. So I've got, yeah, so tonight, if I get a chance to do some, I think I've got to like decorate the gingerbread house with the door and some hanging bunting or something. So that's all that's left to do before tomorrow. So I'm not that far behind. I've got to do dinner first. It's my night to cook. So I need to sort that out. But that is what I'm working on at the moment. I'm not doing another project in between because I've been so far behind on that. I might have a look and see if there's anything I want to start or Christmas presents I want to make. Anything like that. So I'm conscious I haven't done anything. But yeah, there we go. I realised I have waffled on for 36 minutes. That's long for me, sorry. You might have enjoyed it. You might like a longer video. Probably means I'll have a shorter one at the weekend, so I'll have less to show you. But yeah, I don't think, what have I got? I've got Curate Crochet box that's due to come. Toft Dolls Club has been charged, so it will be on its way. So we'll see what that one is. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to think. I don't think Dye Club's due out to December. We due the last winter instalment of the Flora Society. I don't know when that's coming. That will be soon. It's all like going to come at once. I don't think I've got anything else crochet wise. Spectrum Fibre, I've got to collect that when it's ready. It's pre-order. Pigeon's Nest, my pre-order, it won't be here yet. Yeah, Hide and Hammer bag to come. So haven't had a dispatch for that yet, so I'm assuming that's not going to be here by the weekend to show you. But yeah, right, I'm going to go and put my dinner on and finish my tea before hubby gets mad that he's hungry or hangry. Thank you as always for watching. Thank you again for all your comments and care and understanding this last sort of couple of weeks. It has been really appreciated. And yeah, as I say, I have read all the messages, and it means a lot to come from you all, because you know we're all complete strangers from each other. So it is really nice that that you take the time to watch and to comment, especially when it's been sort of a hard couple of weeks for me, and I've probably really not been the cheeriest of person on my videos, but I like to show you all of it. I'm not going to lie and pretend everything was happy when it wasn't. But yeah, you get me as you, what was it? You take me as you find me. That's the same. Anyway, have a good rest of your week. Happy crocheting or happy making, whatever you're doing. And I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye.